In this video you are going to design a gun that shoots with bullets in Unity game engine. First of all, open Unity. Create a new 3D project and name it as Gun. Move the cursor to the hierarchy window and right-click. Create a new plane. Change the scale of the plane. Select the plane. In the inspector window, under the transform, change all XYZ scale values to 515 respectively. Create an empty object and name it as Gun. Create 3 cubes in the hierarchy and name them as barrel, grip, and magazine. Go to Assets window, and create a folder, and rename it as Materials. Move into the folder, right-click, create a material, and name it as Gun. Select the newly made material, then move your cursor to Inspector window. Under the main maps, change the color. In this tutorial, black color is selected. Drag the gun material onto grip, barrel and magazine in the hierarchy. Increase the length of the barrel. Increase the height of the grip and magazine. Bring the grip and magazine little bit lower. Tilt the grip little bit to right, and bring the magazine somewhat closer to the grip, and tilt it little bit to the left. Now it looks like a gun. Select barrel, grip, and magazine and drag them onto the gun on the hierarchy. By doing this, barrel, grip, and hierarchy will become child objects of the gun. Gun seems to be submerged in the plane, so lift it up. Create an empty object, and make it a child object of the gun. Rename it as bullet spawn point. The bullets are instantiated at the location of this game object. It is important to make sure that the z-axis of the bullet spawn point is pointing outward from the gun as shown here. Otherwise, the bullets will change their path of motion. Please keep in mind that it is important to make sure that the z-axis of the bullet spawn point is pointing outward from the gun as shown here. Otherwise, the bullets will change their path of motion. Now let's make the bullet. Keep your cursor in hierarchy. Right-click. Create a sphere. Rename it as bullet. Change the all XYZ scale values of the bullet to 0.5. Go to the material folder. Create a material. Rename it as bullet. Give it a color. In here yellow color is given to the bullet material. Drag the bullet material onto the bullet. Now let's make the bullet a prefab. To do that, click on the bullet in the hierarchy, and drag it on the asset window. Now the bullet has become a prefab. Delete the instance of the bullet from the hierarchy. Prefabs act basically as a template that you use to create new instances of the same object. Drag the main camera onto the gun in the hierarchy window. This makes the main camera a child object of the gun. Now the camera follows the gun in its rotation. Adjust the position and rotation of the camera to get a proper view of the gun while running the application. Now let's add a script to the gun. Click on the gun in the hierarchy. Click on Add Component in the Inspector window. Type gun. Then automatically new script item will be highlighted. Press Enter key. After that new script will be added under the gun. Now add a script to the bullet prefab. Select the bullet from the asset window. Add a script and name it as bullet. Now we are done with the designing of gun and the bullet. Let's animate the gun and bullets. Before that, if you enjoy watching this video and if you feel this helps you in learning Unity game development, consider subscribing to the channel and like this video. Click on the gun in hierarchy. Double-click on the script in the inspector window and open the script. Delete all the default comments, and also the start method. Create 3 game object variables as bullet, spawn point, and spawned bullet. Out of them, 2 are public and other 1 is private. Make a float variable, and name it as sensitivity. In the update function, type float mouse input equals input.getAxis. In the parenthesis, type mouse x. Make a vector3 variable, and name it as look here and assign its values to 0, mouse input multiply by sensitivity and 0. Then set the rotation of the gun. Transform.rotate, inside the parenthesis look here. We need shoot when we click left mouse button. To do that let's use the if condition. Type, if and inside the parenthesis, type, input.get mouse button down, inside parenthesis, 0. Get mouse button down function is used because we instantiate a bullet for a single click. In here, 0 represents the left click. If you need to use other mouse buttons, 1 for the right click and 2 for the middle mouse button. For further information, refer the link in the description. Now let's make the shoot function. Outside the update function type, void shoot. Inside the function let's instantiate a bullet. The instantiate function is used for this. This function has 3 arguments. First one is the object which is needed to be instantiated. Second one is the position and the third one is the rotation. Type instantiate. The arguments are bullet, spawnPoint.transform.position and quaternion.identity. Then we need to assign our instantiated object to private game object variable, spawned bullet. Then it is important to set the rotation of the spawned bullet equal to the rotation of the bullet spawned point. Type spawnedBullet.transform.rotation equals spawnPoint.transform.rotation. Now, type shoot under the if condition to call the shoot function. Now open the bullet script. In the start function, type destroy. This destroy function has 2 arguments. They are the game object and the time duration of living. Inside the parenthesis, type game object and 5F. The game object refers to the object which the bullet script is attached, and 5F means that after 5 seconds the bullet will be destroyed. Now we need to make the bullet move. To do that, we use the translate function. Inside the update function, type transform.translate, and inside the parenthesis, type vector3.forward, multiply by time.delta time, multiply by 25. In here 25 is the speed of the bullet. It can be adjusted as preferred. A simple mistake has been occurred during coding the gun script. Sorry for any inconveniences caused. Change the simple X letter to capital X letter in mouse X in the gun script. Now drag the bullet prefab from the asset window onto the bullet field, and drag the bullet spawn point object from the hierarchy onto the spawn point field of the gun script. Now increase the sensitivity of the gun to around 25. Play the scene. Now you can see that the shooting and bullets are moving forward. Let's increase the size of the bullets. Then we can see bullets properly. This is a short video on making a gun in Unity game engine. Let's meet up with another nice and interesting video of Unity game development. Thank you.